Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOURFRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been following the NFL, especially the NFC East, you know that this division has been a roller coaster of drama, surprises, and intense competition. But right now, there's a buzz surrounding the Washington Commanders that's impossible to ignore. The recent developments, rumors, and insider insights suggest that something big is brewing in DC, and it could shake up the entire league. The Commanders, a team that's been fighting to reclaim their place among the league's elite, are quietly making strategic moves that could propel them to new heights in the upcoming season. And let me tell you, for us fans, this is a moment to be excited about. The Commanders have always been a team rich in history, with a loyal fan base that's passionate and hungry for success. Over the years, we've seen moments of brilliance, heartbreak, and resilience. From the days of Joe Gibbs to the Super Bowl victories, this team has a storied tradition. But lately, the focus has shifted toward building a team that can contend not just for a playoff spot, but for a legitimate shot at the Super Bowl. And with the NFL landscape constantly evolving, the Commanders are positioning themselves to be more competitive than ever before. One of the key aspects that's been drawing attention is how the coaching staff has been approaching the upcoming season. Head coach Ron Rivera, who's known for his gritty leadership and tactical mind, has been working tirelessly behind the scenes. He's been emphasizing the importance of both a solid defense and an efficient offense, a balanced approach that could be the secret to unlocking the team's full potential. And let's not forget, Rivera's experience in managing teams through tough times is invaluable, especially with the kind of roster he has at his disposal now. The front office has been quite active during the offseason, making strategic draft picks and free agent signings that seem to indicate a clear plan for success. Now, speaking of the roster, the Commanders have been busy reshaping their team. The NFL draft was particularly interesting this year. They targeted key positions, especially on the defensive line and in the secondary, areas that have historically been a strength but also a point of concern in recent seasons. The new draft picks, many of whom are highly touted college stars, bring fresh energy and talent that could make an immediate impact. Plus, the team's veteran leadership remains intact, with players like Jonathan Allen and Darren Payne looking to anchor the defense once again. The offensive side, of course, has been under scrutiny, especially after the recent performances of quarterback Sam Howell, who's been showing flashes of brilliance but also needs consistency to truly lead this team to the playoffs. But what's really exciting are the rumors swirling around the potential additions and tactical shifts that could happen before the season kicks off. Insiders have hinted that the Commanders are exploring trade options, possibly looking to bolster their offensive line or acquire a top-tier receiver to complement Howell's arm. If these moves come to fruition, it could give the team the extra edge they need to challenge the division rivals, especially the Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys, who have been dominant in recent years. The NFC East, as always, promises to be a fierce battleground, but the Commanders are quietly positioning themselves as serious contenders. And now let's talk about the division rivals for a moment. The Eagles, coming off a Super Bowl appearance, are still riding high with a talented roster led by Jalen Hurts and a formidable defense. The Cowboys, meanwhile, have been consistent playoff contenders thanks to their strong defense and the leadership of Dak Prescott. The New York Giants, under new coaching, are also trying to find their footing, but the overall picture is that the NFC East remains one of the most competitive divisions in the league. For the Commanders, this means every game counts even more, and the team knows they need to step up their game to truly make a statement. Back to the team's current form, this season feels different. There's a sense of purpose and calculated optimism among players and staff. The recent practices, training camp reports, and preseason games have shown a team that's eager to prove itself. The defense, which has been a cornerstone of the franchise, looks sharper and more disciplined. The secondary, in particular, has been making plays that excite fans. Offensively, the offensive line has been working diligently to improve pass protection, which is crucial for Howell's development. The receivers, including Terry McLaurin, are motivated to elevate their game, knowing that the quarterback's success hinges on their ability to make plays. Statistically, the team is showing promising signs. The defense is expected to be among the top in the league in sacks and turnovers, thanks to a deep rotation of pass rushers and a secondary that's aggressive and opportunistic. On offense, the focus has been on improving third down efficiency and reducing turnovers, areas that have hampered the team's ability to close out games in past seasons. If these improvements materialize, the Commanders could be a dark horse in the NFC, capable of making a deep playoff run. The coaching staff's approach has also been noteworthy. They've emphasized a culture of accountability, resilience, and adaptability. The players are buying into this mindset, which is reflected in their work ethic and attitude during practices. The team's leadership, including veteran players and the coaching staff, has been instrumental in fostering a winning mentality. Moreover, the front office's recent moves in free agency and the draft suggest that they're not just content with the status quo but are actively trying to build a sustainable winner. It's clear that the franchise is aiming higher and the fans are feeling this renewed sense of hope and anticipation. Looking ahead, the schedule is tough, no doubt about it. The NFC East will be a battlefield, but the Commanders are preparing for every challenge. They've got some tough matchups early in the season, including games against division rivals that could set the tone for the year. But if the team can come out strong and execute what they've been working on in training camp, there's no reason why they can't surprise a few teams and establish themselves as serious playoff contenders. There's also a lot of excitement about the young players stepping into bigger roles. Wide receivers like Jahan Dotson are looking to build on their promising rookie seasons. Running back Brian Robinson Jr. has shown flashes of brilliance and the offensive line is improving each week. On defense, the young talent like Chase Young, if healthy, can make game-changing plays that energize the entire team. It's that blend of youth and experience that makes this roster so intriguing. Fans are eager to see how these pieces come together when it counts. And of course, the storylines around the franchise's future are equally compelling. The ownership has shown commitment, and the team's management seems focused on long-term success. The new stadium plans, community outreach efforts, and the focus on developing homegrown talent all point to a franchise that's serious about building a winning culture. The passion of the fan base is palpable, and every game at FedEx Field is a celebration of loyalty and hope. So as we look toward the season, the excitement is building. The Washington Commanders are not just hoping for a playoff appearance, they're aiming for more. They want to be in the conversation come January, battling against the best in the NFC and beyond. And with the strategic moves, the rising talent, and the renewed confidence, there's a genuine belief among many fans that this could be a special year. It's all about execution, resilience, and that extra bit of magic that can turn a good team into a great one. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these developments? Are you confident that this team can finally break through and make a deep playoff run? Do you believe that the new draft picks and strategic moves will be enough to challenge the division giants? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. We're in this together and the best is yet to come.